Welcome back to video 3 of why businesses need to think differently around employee retention. We've been going into some non-obvious, unconventional ways of thinking about this because ultimately we do need to. We can't retain at all costs. So in video 2, I actually put forward 8 non-conventional questions, and I had a caveat around that, around the type of environment you need to be able to create before you can actually ask those questions. So delve back into video 2 if you haven't seen that, because that will make much more sense to get value from this experience. But 8 questions are incredibly important, and if you can create an environment to ask them, you will get a number of benefits. And the first one being that you'll create a very, very different experience for yourself, but for your employees. It is not a business that is not desperate or thinks normally will not ask those questions, and employees actually want to be in an environment where they can co-design their future as well, for however long that is with an organisation. Remember, it's not about the years of tenure, it's the impact and the outcomes that we deliver together and design together that matter. And that's why we're changing how we value roles, and the work that people are doing within those organisations. It also shows too, those 8 questions, that we're driven by impact and outcome, and making sure that we're designing those together. And look, we know for a fact the more buy-in and input that people have into their own work future, the more they're going to do greater work and likely to stay for longer, as long as the output and the relationship is working for both parties as well too. Those questions also show that there's no secrets. You're very clear in your intent, why you're asking them, how you want to use the data that comes out of it, not only to help shape the business decisions around workforce development, but around the value that you're going to be able to give that employee and how you can best work together too. So there is absolutely only good that will come out of being far more creative and tactical in your questions, but make sure you create that environment where people are safe to do so. Now, people will say, this woman's nuts, it has to be retention. It's so expensive to train people. And look, I've got 2 points to push back on that. Number one, it's the investment you make when you hire humans. If not, you can go and hire bots to do that for you. So that is the investment you make. And secondly, I would encourage you, if it's so expensive, that you actually start looking at inefficiencies and gaps within your induction/welcome process. And I do a whole series of short video that you can access around that if you want to wise up how to do a very different experience for employees in that space as well, which will no doubt impact how long people wish to be employed by you as well too. So as I said, let's see it as an investment rather than always a cost, but do start to look at those inefficiencies in those induction processes and systems that you have as well too. You need to be able to obviously make it a personal quality experience, but also make it an efficient one. And I do share some tips and tricks how to do that in other short videos as well too. So please leave us your comments, thoughts, and ideas around the question that we asked with the short video. If you're a pro member, you always get the video notes, which is basically the transcript of this, so you get all the checklists and questions and other content that maybe you could miss. So you will get that, so indulge yourself in that. And great to be here. Remember, now is not a time to think like everyone else and think normal. And if you've got questions, you know where to find me. Please call out, and I would love to share what's in my head. Have a great day.